Sam, if we were watching, we're ready for a new intro. Hey, everybody. Welcome to What's Happening in Central Oregon, the bi-monthly. Is that when we do it?
Yeah.
Except for we didn't do it last week or 2 weeks ago or whatever it was because we were out of the country. Where were we, babe?
We were in the Mediterranean.
Swanky. Italy, France, Barcelona. It was our 20th wedding anniversary, so we took a little trip.
Yeah.
Love you.
High five for that.
Yeah.
Good job.
We are your hosts. I'm John. This is my wife, beautiful wife, Shannon. And we are going to talk about the news and events from the last probably 3 weeks, really.
3 weeks. We got a lot of stuff to cover.
We got a ton to cover. And so anyway, we're going to dive right in. Go ahead and talk about our first story of the day. And here we go. So the Greenwood Quick-Build, why is it called Quick-Build Projects? I don't even know why they named it that. What they did was it was the traffic diet, the Greenwood traffic diet, right? They redid the lines. They took away a whole lane. They added some bike lanes, and it was
big bike lanes.
big old bike lanes that you could. Boy, if we were in Italy again, if we were in Europe again, you could drive a car down those.
No
right?
kidding, like
Man,
a tiny car.
They put those tiny cars everywhere. I mean, they're just absolutely everywhere. Look, you do drink stuff on camera all the time.
I do.
Anyway,
because I cough a lot.
The point is that they have now had this going for a year, and it's been this way for. Can you believe it's been this way for a year?
Yes, I can.
Oh, well, okay. Point is, they've got some stats because they've been collecting all these stats to decide whether or not this is a good idea to do. See, this was kind of an experiment. And so I love the headline. It's like shows mixed results because what we know is that the city wants this to be a thing. They're all about promoting bikes and walking, and they're trying to reduce traffic and like increase other forms of traffic, foot traffic and bike traffic. Problem is, like, what is the number?
78.
That's not their other. I don't know why that says 78 now. Maybe they changed it. Maybe they updated it. It was like 80% of people hate. It was like the word was hate.
Yeah.
Hate the changes to Greenwood Avenue.
Oh, but the city councilor says it's a mixed bag.
Right. It's a little bit of it's not a mixed bag. People hate it. Now, I will also say that they have seen a 300% increase in bike traffic, which, okay, cool. Like a 300% in bicycle traffic.
But
that is great.
Out of what?
Well, I don't know. You're right. If one person bikes up and down Greenwood and now three people do, that's a 300% increase. Point is, you're right. We don't know those stats, actually. Point is, overwhelmingly, people dislike the new change. I want to know what you guys think. Do you like the new change or not? So you can drop that down in the comments if you want. Speaking of comments, this is the first time we've gone like really, really, really live where there will be comments showing and populating as we do this. We haven't done this in quite a while. So if you want to go ahead and comment right now, it will pop up live and we will see it. So a few other things.
Are they going to go back with the way it was? Or are they taking this information and they're just filing it away?
You know, the city has their own ways. So here's the deal. Biking and walking traffic is up, and but also the travel time has gotten longer. Like if you were to use your car, it's gotten a lot longer. Like obviously that corridor is super compressed now.
Yeah.
A lot of cars.
So people are using more gas.
Oh, that's pretty good too. I didn't think of that. On average, the drive time is taking longer. On average, the speed limit, the average speed that cars are driving on it is slower. You know, by 3 or 4 miles per hour. It has definitely, and actually accidents have almost doubled. Now,
that's
again,
not funny.
Like you talked about,
that's sad.
Well, like you talked about in the, with the bike analogy on the 300% increase in bikes, it went from 17 crashes in a year to 32. That's almost on that road in the last year. So that is almost a 100% increase.
Well,
but it's still small numbers.
I mean, because you're 2 lanes on the other side of 3rd Street, and then you go across 3rd Street, and it immediately goes down to 1 lane. But you have the lane's still there, but you're technically supposed to turn into like the bookshop or the pet shop.
Yeah.
And it's confusing, and I don't know.
I think it's amazing that so many people actually voice their opinions in such a negative way.
I think it's great that people are voicing their opinions.
So I guess without spending too much time on this, because it sounds like we could kind of keep going for a while, but I guess the idea is for the city to maybe heed the will of the people, perhaps.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I would love to ride our bike around town more. I would love to get one of those e-bikes and ride it around. It's been my new pet project since my Washington trip, because I think those little things are cool. We still have yet to be on one.
Yeah.
We haven't taken a ride on the electric car yet, but people still got to drive. People still want to drive. That's just kind of
during the winter. I'm driving,
especially during the winter, right? Yeah. I mean, if it's
I'm not putting fat tires on a bike.
22 degrees and puking snow outside, I don't want to ride my bike into town.
But I will say that we've had people cross country ski across town from the west side to the east side to look at a house.
That's right.
I mean, those people
dedication
probably are still riding their bike during the winter. Maybe. We are not going to do that because one, the calculation on time, that will just take so much of our time up for. That's a lot of pedaling.
Honestly, one of the things I do love about Bend is how quick it is to get around everywhere.
Well, absolutely.
Because if we were showing homes in LA, could you imagine that? If we were in real estate,
we're going to digress so bad on this subject. So we got to keep going.
Let's go ahead and keep going. The next story, we didn't even recap the stories before we started, but we're going to go to the next story because it's kind of a cool one too.
We are off the cuff today.
We're off the cuff. We put this together right before we went live here because we were busy burying, digging ourselves out of our hole that we've been gone for 3 weeks. Hayden Homes buys land for 2,500 homes. Development in Southeast Bend. Okay, again, this is so funny. Some of these. This is Stevens Ranch. Okay. Now you remember Stevens Ranch, right?
Yeah.
But wasn't that D.R. Horton that was doing all of Stevens Ranch?
Yeah.
Yes, it was. So what gives? Now there's 100 other more homes for that are going to be coming. And the answer to that is actually yes. So check this out. Oh wait, let's go back over.
Stevens Ranch is how many homes again?
Oh my gosh. So
I want to say 700.
No. Think of thousands. So Stevens Ranch, if you've heard about it. It's in Southeast Bend. I'm going to pull it up right here. Here we go. Stevens Ranch is actually this massive square right here. Well, sorry, excuse me. So this is 27th right here. They've got the library that's going right here right now. This is obviously an old map. And then with this line right here, this is like a dividing line, this little line right here. This is phase 1 of Stevens Ranch. This it's not even a parallelogram. What is this shape? I don't know. My daughter could tell me. This shape right here, this is Stevens Ranch tract 1. This is like phase 1. Okay. It's 280 acres or something like that. And they are going to put almost 2,000 homes here. Now this was
between
annexed,
townhouses and homes. Yeah.
Overall, yes. Now, this is why this has been confusing to me. I had to do a deep dive and I actually did a full-on video on Stevens Ranch and try to dissect it because you hear the same thing over and over again and you think it's the same, but it's actually different. There's 2 different tracts. So back in 2016, a particular law came into effect that allowed this particular tract, this one right here I'm talking about, the D.R. Horton tract, to be annexed into the city. They did a master plan, it was approved, and eventually D.R. Horton won the contract, and now they're building all these homes in here. D.R. Horton's building 2,000 homes, is what it is, 2,000 homes. Now, they may sell off chunks of land, and they already did to Stonebridge, and now there's some Stonebridge homes in there as well. And they may do that further and further down the line and down the road if they can't continue to build them fast enough on their own, or they can't sell them fast enough on their own. They may parcel off some. But this tract over here, this is actually the next tract that we're talking about right here. This is the tract that Hayden Homes has now bought.
Oh.
So same thing. They annexed this in, I want to say in maybe 2020-ish. They annexed this into this city where this could actually be built upon. And just a week ago, or maybe 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, Hayden Homes won kind of the bid to be the kind of exclusive builder and developer in this phase 2 tract of Stevens Ranch. How about that? I put it all together. So overall in this massive square, I mean, look at this, this square, is huge. This is a massive square and it's probably going to be around 4,500 homes when it's all said and done.
Wow.
Now, of course, this is going to be a decade or more away. And we do have this housing crunch, and it would be really great to get a lot of homes out here. But that's a lot of homes, right? Lots and lots and lots of homes. We do have a
Yeah.
Thanks for the comment. Let us turn your dream home into your worst nightmare. Okay, come on. So anyway, that is going to be a lot of homes right there. And I'm kind of interested to see how that goes. So
I mean, that whole area is getting developed and stuff like that. I think it's great with all the stuff that's going to that area, but they're having a hard time selling those. Yeah.
And I totally agree. And I think actually kind of to what the comment that we just got, I think there's a little bit of a stigma going on with D.R. Horton Homes. And, they are a national builder. They build all across the country. They don't build homes here in Central Oregon the way other builders who are local to Central Oregon build homes.
Yes.
So I think that makes people feel like, this isn't really what I'm used to.
Yeah.
So,
people that come over from like the Valley or other areas that they have D.R. Horton, that they're familiar with it. They're like, oh, well, I live in one. It's just fine. But you got to remember that locally they use either vendors or
they've got those funky light switches. I know.
Their contractors are from other areas, or unlike
just
a lot of
materials.
Their materials are different.
Yeah, their fixtures are different, and just
their standards are just different.
Doesn't feel like
Central Oregon
like
homes.
a Central Oregon home, exactly. But again, I'll tell you the other thing though. Their price point is much better right now as well, and I think part of that's because they're having a hard time selling homes. So they've definitely lowered the prices. So it's turned the heads of buyers even that we have that are starting to go, I don't want to do D.R. Horton, and now they're like, well, I don't know if homes are still made out of 2x4s and sheetrock. That's a pretty good value for what they're looking for. So anyway,
well, and they also have some good incentives and stuff with their product.
Exactly,
they have an inside bank. So
cool.
Let's move on to the next one.
Sounds good. So much. So, but off of wait a minute. We don't need to talk about D.R. Horton.
I'm stoked
Hayden
that
Homes is coming in, and they're going to be building. And we do love Hayden. We have a Hayden home.
Hayden's come a long way, and their product is like they've got it dialed. And their home walkthroughs, once they're done with their project, they don't want to come back. They don't want to have any other items to have to button up. They are finished. And the people that have bought those homes are very happy with those homes.
They are entry level. They build in different areas. But in this, I would assume
for their product and that price point, it's great.
I would assume it's going to be more of an entry level price point. So, anyway, either way, we're excited. We're excited they're here as well. All right, next story up. Check this out. Did you know that we're going to get some traffic cameras in town?
Well, that is probably good for.
Okay, fair enough.
Let's just be honest.
Yellow's the new green.
Yellow is kind of up for interpretation.
So yellow's more of a suggestion. Maybe slow down. So Ben is set to launch red light speed cameras starting in January. Now these will catch you running a red light, but it's also a speed camera, so it can also tell if you're going too fast.
Oh,
so there's sometimes in some cities,
so you should smile.
Don't catch me. Don't send me a ticket.
I'm not sure if it was you, Shannon. Oh, it was you. You're waving.
You're waving at me. So they've actually got three particular. So this is 27th and Neff. Got to think about that. 27th and Neff.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's right there by On Tap.
Yeah.
Right there at On Tap in the hospital.
Yeah.
That's going to have a traffic camera. Reed Market and 3rd Street.
Oh, because it gets backed up for Reed.
Yeah,
people blow through that because the line gets so backed up.
That is genuinely the busiest intersection in all of Central Oregon.
Well,
so
that's like fact.
Although we're vying for second busiest up there at Empire.
Oh
yeah. My gosh.
The on-ramp.
The on-ramp to Empire. Yeah, exactly.
The worst.
And then of course Southeast Powers Road, which is I think that's probably more or less to slow people down as they're coming into town. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because like you're flying from Chemult to Lapine to Ben, and then all of a sudden, if you're not us, but if you're traveling through, you're probably going pretty hot coming into Bend. So maybe that's more of a speed thing. I don't know how many people run that red light. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't.
So this is a warning PSA.
So here's what's funny. Yes, this is actually funny. So they're installing these traffic cameras, but they're going to give us a warning period.
Yeah.
So obviously, so here's the deal. You guys know this. If you run the red light, they're going to send you a ticket in the mail.
Yeah. And
that's going to suck. But they are, let's see if I read it, but I read it, a few days ago. They're giving a warning period. So they're giving I don't know how long it is. I don't have it here in front of me. But they're giving a warning period.
There's more.
Oh, they're going to be more?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So there could be more coming.
Speed and red light survey are set for the following. Oh.
Interesting. So the first 3 are coming, but more are coming later. Here's the other thing. The tickets are like $250 a pop, roughly. And also, they're saying that the ticket revenue will offset the cost. Because this is going to cost like $780,000 per year to have these cameras. And then it's like this $1 million deal or multi-million-dollar contract to roll out for a certain number of years. It is. I think it's like a 5-year program, something like that.
Well, it says 136,000 people were injured. And these are stats from 2023. Mm-hmm. And then 1,086 were killed in crashes due to running red lights across the U.S. Across
the U.S. It's not like 1,000 people that have Bend.
Yeah.
So anyway, the emphasis here is definitely on safety. Yes, there it is, $780,000 per year. Emphasis is definitely here on safety. Now, there is, once these things actually go live, which is going to be starting January of 2026, the launch will come with a 30-day warning period. So if you happen to run a red light in that first 30 days, you're just going to get your finger wagged at.
And then Jan 1, you run it again. Or
maybe February 1.
Yeah.
Starting in January, then in February, then you're going to get your ticket for your money. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, that's interesting. Yeah. I think that's just something that's really interesting that everybody should know.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Stop at red lights.
Here's another one that I think is really interesting. It's been these are all been big stories lately. And this might not be the right one, but Bend City Council faces tough choices as the Hawthorne Overcrossing cost rise by the millions. Mm-hmm. So yeah, this isn't the right one because this is an older story. And let me see if this pops up anything. Nope.
Are you looking for the new rendering?
Yeah. So here's the story in this. We can just, and if you haven't heard it already, if you've heard it already, you know where we're going. But basically, this is really interesting. The city was like, let's go to put a pedestrian bridge over Hawthorne. Okay. They had like 5 different designs. Mm-hmm. They all cost between, I think it was like, 25 and 32 million for this thing. Or maybe it was like 23 and 35 million. They put it out for the public to vote on. And the public voted the one, and then the city got all the results of the voting, and the city council picked the one that only 15% of the public voted for, and disregarded the one that like 45% of the public voted for. Mm-hmm. So the city of Bend chose the one that was bigger, the most expensive, and the most eye-catching across all of Bend. And that's this single tower cable stay design. Oh, wait.
Which kind of looks like...
You can see it right there.
That kind of looks like the one in Portland.
Sure. It's a big... Well, like the other Hawthorne Bridge. Anyway, it's kind of it's got this big old tower right in the middle. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to see it from all over town. I think it's going to be huge. If you've ever just driven on the Parkway, when you're kind of back by Division and you just look kind of down and you're looking south, you can see like how tall that must have to be to get over the train tracks and to get over things. It's going to be a big, 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 big bridge. Well, problem is it's going to be too expensive. So the design has gone up and the new bids are even more, and we don't really have the budget for it anymore. So the city of Bend is now going, well, crap, now what are we going to do? So they've looked back at the rest of the designs, and they've completely shifted which design they're going to use. Now they're going to use a truss style bridge. And I guess I don't have it.
It looks kind of like the mountain range.
Yeah, it's actually really cool looking. And it's coincidentally what 45% of the people, with the majority of all the voting went for, was that design. So dang it, I don't have it, and I can't pull it up. Sorry, I was going to pull it up. I bet if I just Google it, I'll find it. Talk about the bridge for a sec, honey.
No, I think it's hilarious. Hawthorne. And I think it actually represents Central Oregon a lot better. Hawthorne. There it is. Kind of looks like the mountain. Oop. There you go.
And now it's up. Boom. So this is from the source. This is the simpler design. And it, it looks like the mountains. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's got these different things going on. We posted this, by the way. If you're not following our What's Happening in Central Oregon Instagram channel, you should probably follow that. It's on Instagram, What's Happening in Central Oregon, and we're getting thousands and thousands of views, tens of thousands of views, hundreds of thousands of views actually, a week and a month. And somebody had the best line. They're like, "It looks like my kids." What was it, like my kids' architecture project with popsicle sticks? It's like, so we just kind of like just like put it together. Like, yeah, it kind of does, but also it's set to represent the mountain range, which is pretty cool. So after the city has kind of basically disregarded what the public wanted and went with the most expensive version, period.
And then they have to backtrack.
Now they have to backtrack. And the reason, and one of the reasons they have to backtrack is, and one of the reasons the other one is so expensive is because they have to, with the other one, they had to put that tower right in the middle of the parkway.
You have to shut down the parkway.
You have to shut down the parkway. And that was going to cost millions and millions of dollars. ODOT came to them and was like, this is going to cost $3 to $5 million to shut the parkway down to do this. And they're like, what? So they can't afford it. So anyway, now they're going with this, which just spans completely over the parkway. It's still going to be huge. It's still going to be, eye-catching. It's still going to be probably pretty cool. I don't know exactly why we need a pedestrian bridge over, because we have one at Franklin and Greenwood. And so anyway, but they're going to do that.
Paths to go under the bridge. I don't understand. I mean, I don't know.
Anyway, it's going to be cool. I mean, it is going to be cool. But that was definitely some really interesting news that happened just in the last week, actually.
City Council just keeps giving good content, don't they?
Yes.
Gift that keeps on giving.
All right, here's a fun one.
This is great for Halloween.
Yeah, this is a Halloween story.
It's October-esque.
Rabid bat found in Bend prompts warning to Deschutes County residents. So yeah, they actually found I think it was actually a couple of bats that tested positive for rabies. Obviously, rabies is a really big deal.
After a cat caught a bat.
Yes, Catwoman caught Batman.
Yeah.
So this is just something this is like a PSA, public service announcement to everybody out there. We do not have a high number of rabies cases here in Central Oregon at all by any means, but this is definitely newsworthy because if there are bats carrying rabies around, that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
So I've got a really funny story now to share. I've been waiting to share the story because I wanted to say this quick little story. So I saw this guy and he was like, you know what? I always thought, and everybody thinks that bats echolocation sonar is so amazing. And all these bats fly in these things. And it's so graceful how they kind of look like they don't know what they're doing. Like they're like, boop, boop, boop. But they somehow harmoniously, just gracefully fly in these massive things. And we watch like Batman and stuff. Well, this guy was like, until I caught them all on slow motion camera.
Oh.
They do run into each other.
Oh, really?
And there's like, boom, boom, boom. And it just looks, when you're looking at the silhouette, like all these bats are flying in this really beautiful way. No, they're bouncing off each other like crazy.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. And this guy caught them on a high speed, all these bats on this high speed camera. And they were just.
I'm so going to Google that.
You wouldn't know unless you caught them on a high-speed camera. So just from the naked eye, they look like they're flying seamlessly.
I mean, they're not very graceful.
Well, they don't look very graceful, but we all kind of thought they were with their sonar stuff. I guess. I don't know. Okay.
here is the bomb.
We gotta go quick, and this will probably be our last story, and we can save the rest of them for the next week because we're running out of time. But Bend neighbors push back after Easton project may lose promised shops for affordable housing. Now, this is kind of strange. If you notice, and actually this kind of the way this is laid out is pretty good. This is a big chunk of land set for commercial. Now, that's not technically correct. Okay, they just put a little overlay over there, put some red over that. But there is a pretty big issue, and Polish did sell some land. Some of it's commercially plotted land to somebody else, to a developer, to a different developer. Now, when a builder comes in and they want to do these master plan developments, the city of Bend requires them to, put in a certain number of units.
You have to have a certain amount of townhomes. You have to have a certain amount of apartments. You have to have a certain amount of clusters. You have to have commercial. You have to have, a park. That's why pretty much all the developments have a sanctioned little Bend Park and Rec park or something like that. And Bend Park and Rec, they maintain the park, and but it provides the park to the neighborhood. Yeah, exactly. So they did that. So they do their development, they do their master plan, and the city says, okay, that's perfect. That's great. We like your master plan. Go ahead. Well, then, things change. Interest rates are high. Things are tough. And Polish decides to sell some of the land that was originally designed for commercial. See, Polish does commercial too. They could build their own little strip mall and put in a bunch of tenants in there. Polish could, and there's your commercial zone. And that's probably what they were originally planning, just like they were up in Petrosa. However, what happened was things got a little tight, and they're like, let's just sell this land off to give ourselves some breathing room. So they sold it to some other developer. Yeah. And the other developer, I actually spoke with Polish today, they found a little loophole where they could skirt around having to make it commercial and make it low-income homes instead. You're supposed to go, oh. Yeah. So they found a loophole. They're going to make it low-income housing instead of commercial, instead of retail, coffee shops, stuff like that. That's the proposal. But then the city is hand-tied. They're like, well, yeah, you found this thing, and we do need more housing, so go ahead. So they're allowing this to happen. Which, again, I totally sympathize with everybody who is up in arms about this, because I wanted commercial down there too. I want everything that was in their original plan. I think this is a big bummer, and I'm also all for affordable housing because we certainly need that here. But in that corner of town, there's nothing else in that corner of town. Well, people bought into that neighborhood with a mindset that it was going to be a master plan community, and it's going to have the pool, it's going to have the commercial, it's going to have all these amenities that were really appealing to people, and it's very misleading for people that have bought homes there. And I understand why they're so mad about that. And also the neighboring neighborhoods are mad because they were excited about the commercial. Yeah. And everybody was excited about the bridges with Easton coming on the end of it. And then the idea of the commercial coming in, I mean, with the park and the school and everything, it was going to be a huge slam dunk. Yeah. And so
yeah, we had comments. We've already done a story with this as well on our Instagram, and we had some people commenting like they were excited because they go to Caldera High School. They were excited to be able to come over during their lunch hour and in high school and grab a bite to eat or do something over there. And so
it's the same thing with like Stevens Ranch. Like Stevens Ranch, there's not a lot on what we call the elbow down there. And I mean, eventually it's all going to get developed, but I mean, it is kind of a starving area for commercial.
I would massively agree, and I think that this area desperately needs some commercial and retail zoning. And I hope. But here's the thing. Here's the other thing that I think there was a little bit of miscommunication between this article. There still is other commercial land zoned for that area. Yeah. So they have changed some. They've sold maybe half of it off. I don't want to say specifically because I don't exactly know. And I was actually, kind of looking around online today at the permits and stuff and trying to figure out exactly what happened. I swear that one of them, I saw that there was already a proposed coffee shop. I think I just like caught a glimpse of it. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then was looking at something else and lost that tab. But there are a lot of apartments and other units that are also planned in that same area now. So I think we don't fully know exactly what's going in there yet. But my hope is that there are still some commercial coming in.
Yeah.
There is going to probably be some affordable housing. And it is also still a major bummer that this is the way it came out. Because again, as we both said, we need some commercial in that side of town, in that area.
Definitely. Build some apartments on top of commercial space.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. Build multi-level and at least have that first layer be commercial. Give it the old jackstraw effort. Is that right? Is that what it is? Jackstraw. Which is actually getting ready to open here in a little bit.
Boop, boop.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's all the time for we have. Thanks so much. We just blew through 30 minutes just like that.
Yeah, we did.
And we still got like 4 or 5 more stories we didn't even talk about. In 2 weeks, you will see us back here, 4:30 live. Should we do live again?
Ooh, maybe we should plan a little more.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, guys, so much. If you have something or you see a chunk of dirt moving, you want to know what's going on, throw it down in the comments or send us a message. And as always, if you or somebody you know is looking to buy or sell real estate here in the area, my team and I, our team and us, would love to be your local real estate resource of choice. Thanks, guys.